get to the square.
I'm coming.
Hey, wait for me.
The floor is gonna drop.
Made it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't make it.
Ha! Marcus, you're such a loser. How hard can it be?
Hey man, don't call me that. It's pretty difficult.
Rudeness.
Yeah, Wyatt, that was not very nice. It's only Roblox.
But did you see that he was only 2 squares away? What a loser.
Dude, I couldn't make it. That kind of hurts my feelings.
Wyatt, if you're gonna act like this, we're not playing with you anymore.
Let's leave, guys. We can go to the skate park and try out my new board.
But don't leave. I was only kidding. I mean, he really deserved being made fun of with moves like that.
You just don't get it. Let's go, guys.
We're out.
Later.
Hey guys, I'm Savvy.
I'm Avery.
And I'm Marcus, and welcome to Bible Fellowship, where this month we're going to be talking about Block Party.
Block party!
But not the one on Roblox.
Yeah, did you see that? We were just having a little fun jumping from square to square, and Wyatt was being so mean.
Yes, he was. But that can happen sometimes when playing games, in class, in the lunchroom, or even at home with your brothers and sisters.
So this month for our block party, everyone's invited.
That's right, because this month we're talking about friendship.
It's our life app, Friendship, using your actions and words to show others that you care.
The Bible tells us in Proverbs that a friend loves at all times. They are to help when trouble comes. That is Proverbs 17:17.
Sometimes all you really need is a friend.
And being a good friend is easier than you think.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I was being kind of rude. Do you forgive me?
Of course we do, Wyatt.
Sure.
We've been friends for years, no worries at all.
So, will you come back and play Roblox with me? It's more fun with you guys.
You bet, because for our block party, everyone's invited.
Yeah, but can you beat me to the green square?
On my way.
Wait for me!
Dear God, you know Lane? He's been here a few weeks and he's cool and all, but he's just really quiet. Anyway, everybody started talking about getting together at Sky Zone for a BOGO day. That's buy one, get one free. I was in the kitchen when we all started setting it up. Everybody texted that they were in. Flynn was in, Elliot, Q was super excited. Even Aiden was coming. We all were psyched. But in the middle of the group chat, I got this alert. Lane's birthday party. It was today. I don't know if his mom didn't know how to let anybody know, or if something went wrong, but nobody was gonna be there. God, there was something that just wasn't right. Lane hadn't really made many friends yet. I mean, we had talked, but I've never been over to his house or anything. So I asked my friends if we could change plans. At first, they weren't sure. But after a few texts, everybody was in. We realized we could do Sky Zone anytime. God, Lane's place was pretty cool. Games, cake, we actually had a lot of fun. I think Lane was really surprised. It was good to kind of get Lane into the group. And next week, we all go to Sky Zone. And Lane's coming too. Thanks, God, for showing me how to be a good friend to all my friends. Robbie.
Hey everyone, what's going on? I hope you're having an amazing weekend so far. Well, my weekend has consisted of, going through some of these boxes that you can see here. I'm here organizing some of my things in this storage unit, and actually, I'm kind of glad you guys showed up, because now I can take a little break from sorting through all this stuff. You're probably wondering what's in here. Well, I have some old clothes, some old trophies, some old shoes, and a whole bunch of photos. Pictures and pictures galore. Lots of pictures. Basically, a whole bunch of memories of good times with lots of good friends. Speaking of friends, I actually called one of my best friends to see if she would come help me today. Kind of a lot to go through, so she should be here any minute. And you know what? Friendship is what we're talking about for the entire month of September. And how would you guys even describe friendship? What would you guys say? It's not so easy to really describe it. So for this month, we're going to say that friendship is using your words and actions to show others you care. Friendship is important to God too. He made us to have good relationships with each other. It's really important for us to learn how to be a good friend and for us to have friends around us who encourage us and point us in the right direction. Today, we're going to be looking at some Bible verses in the Bible that show us how important friendship is, and we can find them in the book of Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes is found in the Old Testament. Now, a lot of people believe that Ecclesiastes was written by Solomon, who was king over Israel. Solomon was actually King David's son. When Solomon became king, God offered him the choice of whatever he wanted. Can you imagine that? Solomon could have asked for anything. He could have asked for a brand new skateboard. Well, wait, they weren't invented yet. He could have asked for a dump truck loaded of Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers. Or he could have asked to be 10 feet tall and just boom and dunk it all over that basketball court. But he didn't ask for any of that. He asked for wisdom. Say what? Yeah, Solomon knew that he would need wisdom from God in order to be a good king for God's people. So God gave Solomon the wisdom he asked for, and Solomon is known as one of the wisest men who ever lived. So why is friendship so important? Well, for one thing, friends get more done. As we read in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, starting in verse 9, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. Have you ever tried to move something heavy by yourself and just couldn't do it? But then you asked a friend to move it with you and you were able to get it moved? Or maybe you were stuck on a level in your favorite video game and you might have to ask a friend to play it with you and show you how to get through a certain level. Or maybe you just don't get how to do a math problem, but your friend talks you through it, shows you how to understand it, and helps you understand it better. And that way you know how to solve it, that kind of problem on the next test. Having a friend makes it easier to get stuff done. And that's not all that friends do. Friends also help each other, like verse 10 says. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. So what do you think would happen if you went out to play soccer, but, well, you forgot to tie your shoelaces and they were dangling down? You'd probably end up on the grass or on the turf and have a pretty nasty fall if that happened. Well, you'd want somebody to give you a hand and pull you up. Well, what if you were the one who saw a friend fall down? Would you just ignore them? Would you leave them there? No, of course not. You would help them up and help them out. That's what friends do. Of course, that doesn't just happen when you're playing soccer. We have chances to help other friends all the time. If your friend is home from school, sick, what could you do for them? Well, you could make them some cookies and drive it over to them. You could make them a card. You could tell them a joke. You could FaceTime them and make them laugh. You could do all sorts of things to make that friend feel better. I mean, I know cookies always make me feel better. So let's see what else friends do. Friends stand up for each other. The first part of verse 12 says this: though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. You see, a good friend will always have your back, even when you feel like, well, even if you feel like this. You might be overwhelmed or stressed out, but whenever your friend is around, you feel like, this, you can take on anything. Or maybe if you don't make that layup, a good friend might be there to catch your rebounds. That's a great way that you can be friends. Or maybe if you have an argument with someone, your friend can speak up for you and defend you and have your back. If you're just having a no good, terrible, very bad day, Your friend will be there to you and listen. A good friend will always stand up for you. So what else can we find about friendship in this passage from Ecclesiastes? Well, remember before we read the first part of verse 12. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. Listen to what the second part of verse 12 says. Here's what it says. A rope made of 3 cords isn't easily broken. A rope made of 3 cords isn't easily broken. I wonder what that means. Well, you see, rope is made up of different strands, and they're tied together to make them even stronger. Because if you just had one, it wouldn't be very strong at all. But with 2 strands woven together, the rope is stronger. And with 3 strands, you guessed it, even stronger still. Friendship is like that too. We're much stronger with good friends around us than we would be on our own. So it's like, well, let me just show you here. You see, it's like this ribbon here that I have. Let's say that one of these was you and the other one was your friend. And if I kind of braided them together here, look at that. See, they're tight. They're together. They go through so many things together. And here's the thing is that, remember that part said 3 cords. So I wonder what that meant. Well, if I just take these 2 cords and let's say sometimes friendships have some bumps and maybe some arguments in them. And that friendship can get a little rough and it might just, well, you can see those 2 ribbons aren't together anymore. They've actually come apart. And sometimes arguments and disagreements can do that in friendships and cause a lot of pain. And sometimes friendships can even end. And so Ecclesiastes says a 3 cord. So what does that mean by a 3 cord? Well, let me show you this. Here it is. I knew I had it in here. Let's say that this one was you. And the blue one is your best friend in the whole wide world. And the red is God. Now, if I took these 3 and if I braided them together like I did those 2 cords, let's just braid them together a little bit. There we go. It's going. Silver over red, blue over silver. Okay, I've got my braid in here. Now, let's say that this friendship gets a little rough and has an argument and stuff, and what's going to happen? Well, would you look at that? It's still braided. You see, when a friendship includes God in the middle throughout your friendship, that friendship stays together. If God's part of your relationship with your best friend, well, what happens then when there's a fight or an argument or a disagreement? Because God's in the center of that friendship, there's healing and there's forgiveness that can happen because God is in that relationship. And that can make it through any good times or rough times. Having friends that you know believe in God like you do and love God like you do make those friendships so much stronger. And that is why our bottom line for today is so important. Choose your friends wisely. Did you hear that? Choose your friends wisely. See, you want friends that can help you with things, that can pick you up and stand up for you. You want friends who will make you stronger and a better person. And you want a friend who loves God just like you do. That way, you guys can remind each other that God is with you, that God is for you, that God loves you, and that you can stand up to any challenges with God by your side and in the middle of your friendship. You guys can pray together, you can pray for one another, and know that you are covered in prayer by your friend. There is nothing better than a friendship where both of you are following God. That way, your friendship keeps growing bigger, higher, and stronger. Really, we should try to be friends with everyone, but when it comes to the people that you're closest to, that you spend the most time with, that you trust in their counsel to you and what they're telling you to do, and that you really listen to, you need to ask yourself the question, does this friend help me trust and love God more? Think of how many boxes you could fill with great memories, adventures, and laughs. You would need a storage unit like this one and probably a whole bunch more just for all those great memories and blessings. Well, God created friendships because he knew we needed people to go through life with. And God created us because he wanted to have a relationship with us and friends with us. In fact, our verse this month is Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. That's the kind of friendship we should look for. We should love at all times. We should always be there to help. After all, isn't that the kind of friend we have in Jesus? He's always there for us. When we were still sinners and lost to sin, Jesus came to earth, died for our sins, and paid the price for my sins and for yours because he loves us and wants a friendship with us. If you have any questions about why Jesus came or why he died on the cross, contact us here at Prestonwood Kids, and we'd love to talk more about that with you. Well, that's really all I have for now. I better get back to these boxes and stuff. And oh, that's my phone. Excuse me 1 second. Hello? Oh, you're here at the gate? Yeah, I can come help you. Yep, let me come open it up for you. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Yep, see you. Bye. All right, I gotta go let my friend in and keep sorting through this stuff and all the stuff she brought. So we're gonna make some more memories, I'm sure, along the way. See you guys next time. Bye.
I've seen darkness shattered by light. I've seen joy break after the night. I wanna see it again. I've seen tragic and hopeless days turn to stories of amazing grace. I wanna see it again. Oh, come, Lord, like a rushing wind. We are desperate for your presence. Revive us by your spirit within. We wanna see you again, see you again. I've seen laughter conquer the tears. I've seen strength rise to persevere. I wanna see it again. I've seen bodies ruined and frail rise in power, completely healed. Oh, I wanna see it again. Oh, come, Lord, like a rushing wind. We are desperate for your presence. Revive us by your spirit within. We wanna see you again. We wanna see you again. We wanna see you again. We wanna see